Welcome to the Time in Photo Capsule channel, where we reveal the other side of history. In the 1970s, experiments were conducted to determine whether there is a link between smoking and cancer. These studies laid the groundwork for further scientific research and public awareness of the dangers of smoking. In this photograph, we see a prisoner of a Soviet prison suffering from a severe form of syphilis in the 1970s. This image serves as a reminder of the harsh reality of those times and the fates of individuals trapped in a system where health and life often held little value. The defendant's table at the Nuremberg trials in Germany in 1945. This international judicial process became an important step in holding accountable those who ran the Nazi regime. The trial took place at the International Military Tribunal, where crimes against humanity were addressed. The photo shows one of Hitler's doubles, his chauffeur, who often substituted for the Führer at various events. According to one version, it was he who became a victim of an assassination attempt, adding a layer of mystery to the image of Hitler and his entourage during those times. An American military pilot is escorted by Vietnamese soldiers in 1967. This photo testifies to the complex and tense situation during the Vietnam War, when the fates of many people were determined amidst a brutal conflict. The BMW Isetta 600, released in the 1960s, became a true lifesaver for the German company BMW. This compact car attracted the attention of buyers and helped the company avoid bankruptcy during the difficult post-war years. The largest submarine in the world, Shark, was launched in 1981 in the Soviet Union. This giant underwater vessel became a symbol of power and technology of its time, representing the pinnacle of engineering thought. In this photograph, taken in 1932, small, large, and deformed individuals are displayed as objects of curiosity for the public in the United States. These practices raise numerous questions about the morality and humanity of society. In the photograph of the winner of the Miss Perfect Posture contest, taken at the Convention of Manual Therapists in 1956, this contest became not only a celebration of beauty, but also an important event in the world of health and physical culture. Adolf Hitler, walking with Goebbels' daughter in Berlin in 1936, is captured in a photograph that reveals his private life, hidden from public view, and contrasts sharply with his brutal political policies. In a 1939 photograph, an acrobat balances on a board at the edge of a skyscraper in the US, showcasing incredible skills, bravery, and a yearning for freedom. This daring stunt drew attention and admiration from passers-by. The Death Ride, designed by Lithuanian designer Julijonas Urbonas, is a roller coaster that can be used for euthanasia. The design is intended as a humane solution for exiting life. In 1931, during the Great Depression, unemployed individuals lined up in long queues for free meals at Al Capone's soup kitchen in Chicago. This reflects the harsh times when many lost their jobs and livelihoods, hoping for assistance. British soldiers watch a Turkish dancer in Cyprus in 1964. This moment reflects the cultural diversity of the region and the soldiers' interest in local traditions, which became part of their military life. At the Nuremberg trials, a former inmate of the Nazi concentration camp Ravensbrück displays the scars of her torment. A doctor explains how these injuries resulted from the brutal treatment she endured in 1946. In 1958, Clennon King, who applied to the University of Mississippi, was forcibly committed to a psychiatric hospital. The judge justified the decision by stating that a black man could not expect to receive an education at such an institution. In 1993, Anna Nicole Smith won the prestigious title of Playboy Playmate, becoming the sexiest woman of the year. This status brought her worldwide fame and served as a starting point for her successful career. Naomi Campbell posed as a hot model during a photoshoot for Playboy magazine in 1999. This photoshoot became iconic and drew attention for its boldness and beauty, highlighting her status and influence in the fashion world. Demi Moore, on the stage of the David Letterman show, presented lingerie from her film Striptease in 1995. This moment became one of the most memorable in her career, attracting the audience's attention and highlighting the actress's bold choice of roles. In this snapshot, childhood friends reunite during a strike in France in 1972. One of them participates in the protest, while the other serves in the police, and their meeting highlights the contrast between the different sides of social struggle at that time. David Dellinger and Jerry Rubin, active participants in the protests, are parading a pig as a presidential candidate in Grant Park, Chicago in 1968. This act reflects their protest against the political system and the Vietnam War. Nebraska resident Audra Thomas poses against the backdrop of a powerful tornado in 1989. The photo captures the moment when the storm rages in the distance, while she stands with a confident gaze, as if ignoring the danger. This image became a symbol of courage and strength of spirit for women of that time. The 5-megabyte hard drive, introduced in 1956, was a groundbreaking achievement in data storage. It symbolized the beginning of a new era in computing, opening doors for future technologies and innovations. In this picture, frightened British children are hiding in a trench during a German bombing raid in World War II. This moment showcases the horrific consequences of war on civilian populations. Italian actress Marisa Alasio poses among a crowd of admirers in Rome in 1955. That year marked the peak of her career, and everyone wanted to capture the moment next to her charm and talent. Bomb craters dating back to the 1940s speak of the hardships endured during World War II. In Beauvais, France, these remnants of military history serve as a reminder of the destruction and suffering experienced by local residents. Linda Christian, who became the first Bond girl in 1945, left a significant mark on film history. Her role became iconic, ushering in a new era in the portrayal of women on screen and inspiring many actresses. The photo depicts a London milkman who sticks to his schedule even amidst German bombings. The year 1940 became a time when the routine life of many people faced serious trials, and such moments vividly illustrate the resilience of ordinary citizens. Mike Tyson, the famous boxer, was incarcerated in 2008 for drug possession and driving under the influence. His life has always been filled with controversies, and this incident became another chapter in his story. The 1942 photograph captures a young Princess Elizabeth, who would later become the Queen of the United Kingdom. In those challenging times when the world was at war, she embodied the hope and resilience of the nation. In the photo, Camp Commandant Amon Goeth prepares to shoot prisoners from the balcony of his luxurious villa. He was arrested by American troops in 1945, and a year later, the Krakow court found him guilty of murdering over 20 people and sentenced him to death. The photograph features a new 3-point seatbelt developed by Volvo in Sweden in 1959. This invention marked an important step towards improving vehicle safety and saving lives. The first football match between Real Madrid and Barcelona took place in 1902 in Spain. This event marked the beginning of a great sports rivalry that continues to exist to this day, filling stadiums and the hearts of fans. Political officer Alexei Yeryomenko leads his soldiers into battle in 1942. This photo captures a moment before his death, just a minute after which he will be killed, illustrating the bravery and selflessness of Soviet soldiers during the war years. A New York police officer stopping traffic in 1925 showed unusual kindness when he allowed a cat to cross the street with one of her kittens. This touching moment illustrates how even amidst urban chaos, there is room for compassion and humanity. Colonel Anthony Joseph Drexel Biddle, a renowned hand-to-hand combat master in the United States Marine Corps, gained fame for putting his subordinates in challenging situations by ordering them to try to disarm him with bayonets, which became his signature style. Workers pose against the backdrop of the construction of the 60-story Chase Manhattan Bank in 1955. This ambitious project became a symbol of economic growth and dynamic architectural development in post-war America, as skyscrapers began to emerge on the horizon. Adolf Hitler's office, captured in the 1940s in Germany, showcases a strict and functional interior. This office became a symbol of power and dictatorship, reflecting the grim times when decisions made here changed the fates of millions. In 1947, at a dinner hosted by arms dealer Melvin Johnson, guests, mainly elderly gentlemen, entertained themselves by shooting air rifles at balloons attached to a girl, which became an unusual form of entertainment. The 1928 X-ray shows the gag swallower, which became one of the most unique and astonishing photographs of its time, revealing the internal structure of the body and drawing attention to medical research. Rita Hayworth, the famous American film actress and dancer of the 1940s, became a symbol of Hollywood. Her vibrant career and unforgettable beauty made her one of the most renowned stars of that era. This photograph captures the largest horse in the world, which astonishes with its grandeur. The shot was taken in the late 1920s, when such animals evoked admiration and respect due to their size and strength. The 1968 photograph captured a moment when a sergeant and his loyal service dog parachuted during military operations in Vietnam. This shot symbolizes the friendship and loyalty between a man and his pet. In 1920, a net designed to protect struck pedestrians appeared on police vehicles. This innovation marked an important step towards enhancing road safety, demonstrating the authorities' commitment to caring for the lives and health of citizens. The death of American dancer Isadora Duncan tragically occurred on September 14, 1927, when her scarf got caught in the spokes of a car's rear wheel, instantly breaking her neck and shocking everyone around her. The early 20th century photograph depicts men from Montana with a sign saying, "Wives wanted." In the context of the colonization of the American West, where most residents were men, such an announcement became a symbol of the search for partnership and family creation. The Soviet watchguard protected intercontinental ballistic missiles in 1987. These missiles were slated for destruction under the Arms Reduction Treaty with the USA, marking an important step in the history of the Cold War. Sophia Loren, one of the most famous actresses of her time, starred in the film Madame Saint-Jean in 1961. Her talent and charm made this film a cult classic and her career brilliant. The Wall of Death in Massachusetts in 1929 attracted spectators, and one of the main attractions was the spectacle of a lion rolling in a cart along the perilous wall, eliciting both delight and fear from the audience. The image features supermodels of the 90s: Christy Turlington, Naomi Campbell, Linda Evangelista, Tatiana Patitz, and Cindy Crawford. Unlike modern standards, their lips were not augmented, which gave them a unique charm. This period became iconic in the world of fashion and beauty. This image captures a crowd trying to overturn a car with a black family during racial riots in the city of Clinton, USA in 1956. This moment reflects deep social issues and racial conflicts of that time. In the photograph, we see a training exercise of the Soviet Special Forces, where a soldier performs a jump flip while throwing a hatchet at a target. This demonstrates the incredible level of professionalism and preparedness of Soviet servicemen who strived for perfection in combat skills. The image captures the training process of a wrestler in the USSR, where special attention is given to neck development. This is part of the athlete's preparation necessary for success in wrestling. Such training was an integral part of the sports culture, shaping strong and resilient athletes. In 1983, Turks performed the dead loop in a Black Hawk helicopter for the first time. This impressive maneuver became a landmark event in aviation, highlighting advancements in technology and pilot skill. A photo full of hatred. Black girl Elizabeth Eckford walks to a white school after the law abolishing segregation in the United States was passed in 1957. This historic moment symbolizes the struggle for civil rights. In this photograph, taken in 1986, a moment is captured when a photographer from West Berlin kicks a police officer on the eastern side of the border. This scene symbolizes the tense relations between the two parts of the city during the Cold War era. A member of the Ku Klux Klan participates in a march through the black neighborhoods of Miami, Florida in May 1939. This moment showcases the rising tension in society as racial prejudices took to the streets, sparking protests and resistance. In the late 1970s, an exhumation of a stolen Ferrari took place in Los Angeles, which had been hidden underground by the thief for 4 years. This unusual case drew attention to methods of concealing stolen cars. The influenza epidemic, dubbed the Spanish flu, started in the USA, but Spain was not the first in terms of the number of cases. The country's neutral status during the war allowed the press to freely report on the current situation, creating the illusion that Spain was suffering the most from the epidemic. This photo was taken in the 1900s, before most countries around the world banned the use of child labor in industries. The image captures children who are forced to work under harsh conditions, which evokes deep regret and condemnation.